this wasn't just a knockout. This was a moment that shook boxing to its core. A YouTube star sent to the hospital, a heavyweight king sending a message in person, and a brutal reminder of what happens when hype collides with real power. Respect was earned, fear was exposed, and the heavyweight hierarchy was violently reaffirmed.
How was your night last night?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Say what's up to the vlog.
Hello, vlog it.
How do you feel after last night beating Jake Paul?
What's the name of the vlog?
Oh, KJ Camp.
KJ Camp. Shout to the KJ Camp supporter.
Thank you.
Nice talk, baby. How are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm a little fucked up, but will you take care of me forever and ever?
Breaking news. With Jake Paul still hospitalized, Anthony Joshua's unexpected visit has sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Joshua didn't just make a statement with a knockout, he rewrote the narrative by showing up in person, flipping headlines and proving this moment was about more than victory. It was about respect, authority, and undeniable heavyweight supremacy.
How are we feeling, AJ?
AJ.
How are you? Let's go. Right, yeah? Let's go. Holiday. Cheers. Enjoy, yeah?
How was your night last night?
Duke McKenzie points out that Joshua's knockout left Jake Paul with a broken jaw, making it clear this bout wasn't simply about winning. It was about sending a message. Seeing Joshua visit Paul in the hospital reinforces his dominance and control, highlighting the harsh consequences of underestimating a true heavyweight champion. Respect and fear collided in a single defining moment.
I'm glad Anthony Joshua did that to him, because now he won't be able to talk like he does for a while.
Following the crushing defeat, Jake Paul took to social media to thank his supporters, revealing a mix of humility and despite the broken jaw and brutal knockout, his messages show he understands the magnitude of stepping into the ring with someone like Anthony Joshua. Even in defeat, fans can sense a growing respect.
Sur le Twitter de Jake Paul, qui réagit directement après le combat. Donc ça, vous voyez quand il met thank you à tout le monde, donc à ses supporters, à ses haters, à sa team, à tous les combattants, à Netflix, à la boxe, à Dieu, il dit merci à tout le monde. Ça, c'était juste avant le combat et il disait ce soir, enfin cette nuit, nous allons choquer le monde. Ça, c'était juste avant le combat. Et ce qui est drôle, c'est que le tweet de juste après, c'est est-ce que j'étais payé pour perdre?
Anthony Joshua's hospital visit shows a side of a champion that extends far beyond the ropes. This wasn't just a knockout, it was a lesson, and Joshua made sure Paul felt the weight of it. Watching Joshua speak directly to him highlights the respect he commands, the discipline he represents, and the authority he carries as a true heavyweight. Fans see that Joshua isn't just powerful, he's composed, commanding, and fully in control inside and outside the ring.
Yo, doing me, man?
Carl Froch perfectly sums up the absurdity of Jake Paul believing he could survive against Joshua. Despite it lasting 18 minutes, Paul landed almost nothing while Joshua dominated every exchange. Froch notes how survival instincts took over as Paul realized the massive gap in power, skill, and strategy. Fans watching understood that Joshua's precision and control left zero room for error, reinforcing his heavyweight supremacy.
Fucking piss take that this guy's in there with Anthony Joshua, swinging away, landing... What's he done? He's had 18 minutes and landed 2 shots, and he's gone on survival mode.
Boxing ego stresses the damage Joshua inflicted, leaving Paul with a jaw broken in 2 places. This isn't exaggeration, it's visual proof of the raw power and accuracy Joshua brings. Fans quickly realized this was no fluke. The hospital images confirmed the knockout wasn't just dominant, it was decisive and potentially career-defining.
The kid has a broken jaw, it appears, after fighting Anthony Joshua, right? I made this graphic for you guys. You see it. Got his jaw broken in 2 places. Care of me forever and ever? Little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever? Little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever?
The Wade concept explains that Jake Paul attempted to survive by looking for a counter, but even that approach only delayed the inevitable. Joshua faced slight resistance in timing, yet his power and composure ultimately prevailed. Observers saw that Joshua adjusts under pressure and never loses focus. It may not have been flawless, but it reinforced why he remains a true heavyweight force.
I think Jake fought a very, how do I survive long enough to land a right hand type of fight? And it made it a little difficult for AJ to get his timing. No excuses. AJ didn't look great. I'll be honest. He didn't look great. Didn't look like, an AJ we thought we were going to get, the marauder, the guy that was going to come forward and bang out Jake in 1 round. Pause.
Nikita Badarian notes that despite the brutal knockout, Jake Paul earned some respect for showing heart. Fans can acknowledge the toughness required to step in with Joshua, but that doesn't erase Joshua's total control. The trending reactions praise courage, Yet the skill gap was impossible to ignore. The heart was there. The dominance belonged entirely to Joshua.
Jake is safe, and more so that he showed his heart. I don't know if you guys were looking on Twitter, but until about 20 minutes ago, the #1 trending thing on Twitter wasn't Jake Paul getting knocked out, wasn't Jake Paul, wasn't Anthony Joshua. It literally was the phrase, respect.
Johnny Nelson explains how Joshua methodically dismantled Paul's confidence. It wasn't about unnecessary punishment, it was about exposing reality. With every clean, precise punch, Paul's belief faded. Fans could see the psychological breakdown unfold alongside the physical damage. Joshua's dominance was mental as much as it was physical. Proving true, heavyweight mastery demands both.
They wanted AJ to knock this boy out clean and get rid of him because they, you know, everybody I've spoken to, they just wanted, they're like, I want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. And I just said, I don't want to see him get knocked out. I want to see him get beat up. I want to see him quit. I want to see the reality of everything he's saying and doing kick in. And in a way it did happen, but he didn't get beat up. And slowly but surely the confidence, the self-belief ripped out of him to the point where he's dropping on his knees. He's like, he must have fell down about 12.
Eddie Hearn reveals that Joshua took a few rounds to study Jake Paul, displaying patience and calculated control. When the knockout finally came, it was devastating, resulting in a broken jaw. The fight tested Joshua's timing and strategy, but he stayed calm throughout. Paul's toughness is acknowledged, yet Joshua's power and precision ruled the night. Facing a true heavyweight comes with consequences. Once Joshua finds his rhythm, survival becomes impossible.
It took AJ a couple of rounds to get hold of him, and then he knocked him spark out and broke his jaw. It was a frustrating 2-3 rounds maybe, because Jake was moving so much, holding.
Dave Allen describes the fight as completely one-sided, emphasizing Joshua's dominance. While Paul's fitness and clever moments deserve mention, he was outmatched in power, skill, and ring intelligence. Joshua dictated the pace from start to finish, making the difference in levels obvious. Even smart movement couldn't offset Joshua's accuracy and knockout power.
But the fight was, it weren't a fight, was it? We were really, really one-sided. Jake Paul, yeah, I've got to give him credit really, because he's super fit. He's pretty clever really. Like, he'd make a good, a good journeyman.
David Hay explains that Jake Paul tried to survive using movement and angles, searching for an opening. But Joshua's timing and strength were overwhelming, landing decisive shots that broke Paul's jaw. Fans could see that clever tactics simply don't work against elite precision. Joshua's ability to adapt and finish confirms why he remains top tier. Paul showed courage, but Joshua's dominance was absolute.
We got a knockout, everyone was expecting it. It's very difficult to pin someone down when they're not trying to engage. Jake's game plan was a good one, was to use lateral movement and hope to land a big overhand right at some stage to catch AJ off guard. Didn't quite work out, but you got to give Jake credit. Took some big shots there. I think he's got a broken jaw or something, spitting blood at the end of the fight. No, anything's possible. He gave it a go. He dared to be great. Didn't work out for him, understandably. That's why he was such a massive underdog.
The O'Reilly highlights that Joshua's victory extended beyond the ring. It was a massive statement to a broader audience. Even with his established fame, the fight showcased Joshua's dominance to viewers who may have underestimated him. Fans witnessed the perfect blend of power, timing, and control that defines him. Paul's effort was brave, but outmatched. The exposure only solidified Joshua's global superstar status.
And today was the bread. AJ's win today was the exposure to more people. Even though he's mad famous, as we know, like, there's a community he hasn't touched, and I think he touched that community today.
Logan Paul emphasizes the toughness it took for Jake Paul to step in against Anthony Joshua while dealing with a rolled ankle and a broken jaw. Lasting multiple rounds against one of the strongest heavyweights alive is remarkable. Fans can respect the heart shown, but Joshua's skill and power removed all doubt about who controlled the fight. Bravery was present, dominance was unquestioned.
In my opinion, he won 4 of them. People will argue that he at least won 3. No one expected him to last that long. Rolled his ankle, broke his jaw, still fucking fighting, man. Like, that's toughness. You know, most people wouldn't have the balls ever to step in a boxing ring to ring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet. Who's 40 pounds heavier than him and 6 inches taller.
Anthony Joshua admits the performance wasn't perfect, but his objective was clear from the opening bell. He aimed to trap Jake Paul and impose his strength, leading to a decisive knockout. Fans could see the patience, timing, and precision in every exchange. Joshua stayed relentless and calculated while Paul fought to survive. The final right hand was a product of experience, anticipation, and raw power, something Paul simply couldn't counter.
Hey, everyone in this venue, now, you asked me a question. Look, it wasn't the best performance. It wasn't the best. The end goal was to get Jake Paul, pin him down, and hurt him. That has been the request leading up, and that was on my mind. It took a bit longer than expected, but...
Ariel Helwani captures the intimidating presence Joshua brings into the ring. His power, reach, and accuracy turned every punch into a potential ending. Fans could sense the danger Paul faced in every exchange. Even in quieter moments, Joshua's threat never faded. He blends technical excellence with physical dominance, leaving no room for mistakes. Each combination reinforced why he's among the most complete heavyweights today.
Punch, I like wince because he's a big man and he's an incredible boxer and he's still in his prime and he's got a very long reach and he's got a lot of power in that right hand and that left hook is terrifying as well, and so I thought it could end at any.
Daniel Cormier highlights the obvious gap between Joshua and Paul. Joshua operated with ease, showcasing superior technique and ring IQ. Paul struggled to keep up with the pace, power, and precision. Every clean combination widened the disparity. Even casual fans could see Joshua's effortless control and ability to dictate the fight against an outmatched opponent.
Joshua looked good, dude.
Joshua looked good.
He looked good right off.
Joshua actually looked like he was fighting a guy that was...
David Hay explains that Jake Paul's limitations are exposed against elite heavyweights like Joshua. While Paul has courage and some ability, his lack of deep experience prevents him from competing at this level. Joshua's timing, strength, and discipline dominated completely. The bravery was there, but the difference in education and execution was undeniable.
It's with the cruiserweight division where the guys are the same size as him, because that, without having...
The aftermath leaves no doubt that Anthony Joshua is operating on a different level. Fans witnessed a flawless mix of power, patience, and ring intelligence as Joshua dismantled Jake Paul, who fought bravely despite a rolled ankle and a broken jaw. Every combination showed Joshua's control and ability to punish mistakes. Paul's courage can't be denied, but it wasn't enough to overcome Joshua's precision and strength. The knockout and hospital visits cement Joshua's dominance and expose the limits Paul faces in the heavyweight division. Watching closely, the mental and physical edge is clear. Joshua's performance proves why he stands among the elite heavyweights of his era. Are you backing Anthony Joshua to keep dominating, or do you believe Jake Paul can shock the world someday? Drop your thoughts below.